Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful country of ours, North Side, South Side, East Coast, West Coast. Welcome to your true crime and drama-free destination, known as Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. So good to have you in the house this week. And normally, I don't start off with good news, but this week, I can do that. Watch your screen. Earlier this week, I, I put out notice of an Amber Alert of a young lady that was missing, named Jasmine Murph. I am pleased to tell you all that Jasmine has been found safe. I found this out just yesterday. So thank you to all that helped bring Jasmine safe. Thank you to everybody that spread the word about Jasmine's disappearance. Thank God Almighty for shining His light upon Jasmine, so those people can find where she is. Now, as I always say, let's go out and let's get another. I'm gonna direct you to your screen once again, and I want you to see Dorian Ellington. Dorian Ellington is missing out of Roanoke City, Virginia. He's 14 years of age, stands 6 feet tall, weighs 250 pounds. He was last seen wearing black shorts, a black shirt, and red and black Air Force Ones. Dorian requires medication, and he may be in need of medical attention. As always, if you have any information on Dorian's whereabouts, do not hesitate. Please get in contact with 911 or the Roanoke City Police Department at area code 540-853-2212. That's 540-853-2212. Your help and your vigilance can help bring Dorian back home safe and sound. I want you to share this information with others, as they may have crucial information into bringing Dorian Ellington safe back home. As always, if you see something, say something. All right. Now, guys, as you can see by the ticker, I have two fresh new cases. I have two updates all in this one edition of Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. Now, honestly though, I'm trying to decide whether I want to start with the updates first or whether I want to do those two new cases first. You know what? I just flipped the coin earlier. I think I'm gonna start with those updates first. Let's begin with one of the craziest cases that I've been following all this time. Just give me one quick moment to pull this up. There we go. Once I get the document up, all right. Okay, what you're looking at right here is the lawsuit by Alexee Trevizo against Artesia Special Hospital District, Artesia General Hospital, for the wrongful death of her son, as named Alex Ray Fierro. Now, when I first found out she was doing so, I'm like, wait a minute, how in the world How in the world is she going to do that when she was the main cause of she was the main cause of her child's death, trying to cover it up. Anyway, the article from Court TV says that a New Mexico teenager charged with her infant son's death has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the hospital where the child was found in a trash can. Alexee Trevizo is charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence in the death of her newborn son, named in the lawsuit as Alex Ray Fierro. Trevizo went to the emergency room at Artesia General Hospital just before midnight on January 26, 2023, complaining of lower back and abdominal pain. The lawsuit, filed on July 31st in San Miguel County, establishes a timeline of events beginning with Trevizo's arrival at the hospital on January 26th and continuing into the early hours of January 27th. The timeline goes all the way to I'm scrolling by this quick just to get to the point. All the way through January 27th at 2:38 a.m. And as far as the suit goes, it says that a toxicology report obtained by Court TV indicates that the infant had morphine and other drugs in its system. The medical examiner's report dated January 27 lists the infant's cause of death as entrapment and the manner of death as homicide. The toxicology report performed later on the infant's body revealed several drugs in systems, including morphine. Trevizo's attorney told Court TV's Vinny Politan that the morphine was likely a contributing factor to the infant's death, and the drug was administered by the hospital after her arrival at the emergency room. Mitchell has emphasized that the failure of the hospital and its medical professionals to respond to the positive pregnancy test within a reasonable period of time. And it goes on and on and on and on. And I'm still trying to figure out I'm still trying to figure out who's really in the wrong here. But then again, that shouldn't be that hard. All right, what I'll do is pull I'll pull that complaint back up, and you guys tell me. Let's go with this timeline. Yeah, let's follow the timeline. You tell me. You tell me. You be the judge as to whether the doctors have done anything wrong here. All right. Started January 27th, 12:18 a.m. Trevizo given cyclobenzaprine and acetaminophen. 10 minutes later, at 12:28 a.m., she was given sodium chloride, ketorolac, ondansetron, and morphine sulfate. Lab orders were input into the hospital system, including one for a pregnancy serum test. 12:51 a.m. positive pregnancy test results sent to the doctor and nurses via computer. Now, according to the lawsuit, the doctor and nurses admit that at 12:51 a.m. they received on their computers the notice of the results of the blood test showing that Alexee was pregnant. But also keep in mind, let her tell it, Alexee didn't know. Go figure that, ladies and gentlemen. Go figure that one. 1:39 a.m. A nurse comes into Alexee's room to remove her IV after she reported needing to use the bathroom. Surveillance video inside the hospital shows Alexee running down the hallway and into a public bathroom. Around 1:40, between 1:40 and 1:49 a.m., Alexee's mother attempts to check on her in the bathroom. 1:56, Alexee unlocks the bathroom door moments before the nurse went to open the bathroom door using a key. 1:57, Alexee returns to her room unassisted, and at 2:38 a.m., the infant is pronounced dead. So I'm trying to figure out now, again, where the hospital's wrong. Because again, I go back to what she originally claimed. She says she was complaining of lower back and abdominal pain. So she was given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different drugs in order to treat the pain in her lower back and treat the pain in her abdomen. But apparently, those drugs did more harm than good because the infant that Alexee was carrying ended up, at least according to the lawsuit, dying from those drugs. Honestly, though, I don't believe that. I don't want to believe it. But I will say this: I'm not going to flat out pass any judgment until I know for sure if the hospital's responsible. So keep your eyes peeled for more information, because I'm sure there is bound to be more information coming out of this real soon. Next one. This one I get to file under my favorite 2 words, ladies and gentlemen. Justice served. This is in regard to the state of Illinois versus Timothy Bliefnick. An Illinois man was convicted of killing his estranged wife, was sentenced to life in prison. In May, a jury convicted Timothy Bliefnick on charges of first-degree murder and home invasion for the February 2023 death of his wife, Rebecca Bliefnick. Timothy raised eyebrows when he appeared on an episode of Family Feud that aired on January 2020 and told host Steve Harvey that his biggest mistake on his wedding night was saying "I do." I'm stop reading right there, and I always hear the joke that the longest sentence for a man is "I do," but I didn't think he was going to take it that far. 41-year-old Rebecca was found shot to death inside her Quincy home on February 23. On March 13, the Quincy Police Department announced it had arrested Timothy on a no bond warrant. Josh Jones, the lead trial attorney for the Adams County State Attorney's Office, described the horrific crime as an act of domestic violence. Court records indicated that Timothy filed a petition to dissolve his marriage to Rebecca in 2021. The court docket for their case showed a number of entries, including each party filing temporary restraining orders against the other. Prosecutors declined to reveal their evidence before the trial because the judge in the case sealed pretrial motions. Timothy's attorney, Casey Schnack, told Court TV he is innocent and that a prowler may be to blame for the murder. Right, and 50 cents will get me a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Since Rebecca's murder, her parents, William and Bernadette Postal, have represented her in probate court proceedings in an effort to prevent the defendant from accessing money from the couple's estate to fund his defense. That's according to local station WGEM. Court TV has reached out to the attorneys representing both sides of the probate case. But bottom line here, Bliefnick will spend the rest of his life behind bars with no chance of parole. So that takes care of him. Justice is served. Now, like I said, I have two new cases. So I want you to hold on tight real quick because this one is gonna get ugly. How ugly? I'm about to post the trigger warning. There you go. What you're about to hear and see, and the images that'll accompany it may be triggering to your mental health. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Now that I've said that, I want to pull up this graphic that I posted a few days ago. Here we go. Turner. She was she's the mother in Wisconsin accused of starving and keeping her 5 children in her basement, malnourished. If you're wondering why I do more stories about children than I do any other story, is because in some cases I can relate to it. I've been there. And thank God I don't have to go back. Here's the article. Keep your eyes on that graphic, ladies and gentlemen. I want you picture this. A Wisconsin mother's bail is set at $1 million after prosecutors say her 5 children were found severely malnourished and neglected in a basement. Deja Turner, age 34, was charged with 5 felony counts of neglecting a child. On July 31st, Racine police were dispatched to a home to help CPS investigators with a welfare check on 5 children that had been staying in the basement. The children are ages 14, 8, 7, 2, and 14 months. According to a criminal complaint, a woman who was a permanent resident of the home said there was a distant family member, later identified as Turner, staying in the basement with her family for a short time. The woman further shared the family was living in the basement with Turner's boyfriend, who is believed to be the father of 2 of the 5 children. The other fathers are allegedly not involved. The complaint says the home was not finished and had exposed wooden stairs. There was 1 light in the basement and 1 window which was covered in purple paint. There was 1 twin-size air mattress in the first room. 4 frail, unkempt children were found laying on it. The complaint says a mattress had a single sheet covering it with no pillows or blankets. In another room, in the basement, was Turner and a crying child in a bassinet. The complaint says that the room had a mattress, pillows, blankets, a box fan, a desk, and a television. It also had a window covered in purple paint. There was no bathroom and no food. The complaint described the children as frail, lethargic, and appearing as though they had not been bathed. It also says that they were wearing stained clothes and had matted hair and extremely long fingernails. 2 of the children were only wearing socks. Social workers took custody of the children and they were transported to the hospital due to their conditions. The complaint says the 14-year-old weighed just 54 pounds and had never seen a dentist. Consultations found the children to be severely malnourished and neglected with signs of physical abuse. As of Thursday, August 10th, the complaint says the children were still admitted to the hospital for various medical conditions. On August 6th, an investigator met with Turner. The complaint says her odor had caused eyes to water. Turner allegedly told the investigator that they were living at the home for a month. She stated she cleaned the children by wiping them down with soapy water from a bucket, and that their clean clothes were put away in garbage bags. She also claimed all the children eat the basics 3 times a day. None of the food items she listed were found in the home. The complaint notes that welfare checks for the children have been called in numerous times in Kenosha, Mount Pleasant, and Racine beginning in September 2021. Turner claims she homeschooled her children and they were not seen by educational professionals in several years. If she's convicted, Daisha Turner faces a maximum of 60 years in prison and a $125,000 fine. She returns to court on August 16th, which is today, for a preliminary hearing. So I will be sure to update you all on this story. But I can tell you right now, for what she's being charged with, she deserves every last felony count of child neglect. As you can see on the right side of the graphic, each child weighed under 55 pounds. The 14-month-old weighed only 10 pounds. 10 pounds. Now, I want you to think about this. The average weight for a healthy child at 14 months is around 26 pounds. 24, 26 pounds. This 14-month-old weighed only 10. The math may be mathing with you, but as far as sense, if it doesn't make sense to you, and I know it doesn't make any sense to me, like I said, I'll be sure to update this, and I'll give you all the pertinent information necessary. But as far as my opinion goes on Daisha Turner, Daisha deserves to get every last year of that 60-year prison term. And ladies and gentlemen, she is not the only one in these two new cases. Again, another trigger warning. Because if you thought the story you heard was bad, wait a minute. Let me pull up one more graphic if I can. There we go. Perfect. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sushi Staples. Sushi Staples is the mother of a 10-year-old boy who was found in a garbage can. Now, with this story, there's two parts. There's the and the update that followed. So I'm gonna start with the initial report first. A 10-year-old boy was found dead in a garbage can in Rock Island, Illinois, in the garage of his mother's home, and the mom now faces charges, according to multiple reports. The Rock Island Police Department launched a probe into a suspicious death at the home, according to the press release. Police found Zion Staples' body at a home after being in the trash for several months. Authorities report that the child's mother, Sushi Staples, age 37, is being charged with concealment of a death, failure to report the death of a child under 13, and obstruction of justice. The body was concealed in a garbage bin inside a garage. Rock Island County Coroner Brian Gustafson conducted the autopsy in Rockford, Illinois, and said the preliminary results indicate the boy's death as suspicious. Due to the extreme initiation of the investigation, no further information will be available at this time, he said. A neighbor said she wondered why the police took so long to locate the boy and what clue led them to this discovery. I had a dead raccoon in my backyard, and we put it in a garbage can. In a garbage bag, and then put it in a garbage can, she said. And I couldn't even stand the smell waiting for garbage day. So I can't imagine with the wind directions that nobody would smell that. A woman whose tip led authorities to find the body talked to local media outlets in a subsequent article asking to remain anonymous. The source told that media outlet that she had contacted the Department of Children and Family Services several times in the last few months because Staples was allegedly saying strange things about her son. She said Staples told her on January 3rd that Christmas would never be the same again. Her call to DCFS on July 25th prompted a welfare check, which ultimately resulted in police finding Zion's body. Andre and Danielle Bulta, if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, neighbors who moved in last month, also spoke, noting that it seemed as if a happy family lived at that house. We saw that. We saw two girls, coming sometimes like out in the yard, Danielle said. I saw them drawing with chalk in the back driveway. Andre added, playing with scooters out in front of the garage. Everything seemed really normal. Andre then added that knowing what was in the garage, about 30 feet from their new house, it's worrying and kind of scary. Staples appeared in court and is being held on a $500,000 bond with a preliminary hearing set for August 15th. That was yesterday. It's not clear if she entered a plea or retained an attorney. Now, I want to bring your attention to the update. 10-year-old boy found dead in a garbage bin in his mother's garage in Illinois was killed by a gunshot wound, according to the Rock Island County coroner. The cause of death was based on the boy's preliminary autopsy. A gunshot wound, ladies and gentlemen. Police found the body of Zion Staples on July 26th after it had been in the trash for 7 months. Authorities reported that the child's mother, Sushi Staples, 37 years of age, is being charged with concealment of a death, failure to report the death of a child under 13, and obstruction of justice. Citing the ongoing investigation, Coroner Brian Gustafson did not reveal what part of Staples' body had been shot. A woman whose tip led authorities to find the body talked to local news media about the case, asking to remain anonymous. The source allegedly told media outlets that she had contacted the Department of Children and Family Services several times in the last few months because Staples was saying strange things about her son. She reportedly said Staples told her on January 3rd that Christmas would never be the same again. Her call to DCFS on July 25th prompted a welfare check, which ultimately resulted in police finding Zion's body. Sushi Staples appeared in court in late July with a preliminary hearing set for August 15th, and it's not clear if she has entered a plea or retained an attorney. Now, just to let you know that this case, that they're not finished with the investigation as of yet. So everybody in the Rockford, Illinois, and Rock County, Illinois area, you can still help. Anyone with information related to this case is asked to contact the Rock Island Police Department at area code 309-732-2677, or you call their Crime Stoppers number at 309-762-9500. Those numbers again. The direct line is 309-732-2677. Or you can call Crime Stoppers at 309-762-9500. Now, I've seen and I've heard many cases that is absolutely triggering. I've seen and I've heard many cases that just totally take you for a ride, and make you wonder what would possess someone to do what they've done. Sushi Staples is right in there. with that. I will make sure to update you all on this case. And when I do, you're gonna hear it from me. And with that, you will get not only will you get the best coverage out of this, you'll be sure to hear my voice and your own as well. Because no child should have to perish the way this one did. No child deserved to be treated the way those 5 children in Racine, Wisconsin were. And those 2 women, the 2 women that call themselves mother, they're only mothers in name only. And I'm not afraid to say that. They're mothers in name only because they did not act like mothers would. These are the kind of stories I don't like talking about. I don't. It does not give me any kind of joy to come up here talking about a mother being charged with 5 felony counts of neglect, one for each of her 5 children. Now, and on top of it, if again it said that if Deja Turner goes on trial and she's convicted of this, she could spend the 60 years of her life in prison. Now, unless my math serves me wrong, that's 12 years for each child. 12 years each. And on top of that, she would still have to pay a $125,000 fine. Again, if my math serves me correct, that's $25,000 for each child. All because she didn't do what a mother is supposed to. And as for Sushi Staples, I'm not totally sure if she actually was the one who shot her son. I'm not going to make that assumption. I'm going to let the evidence speak for itself. And when it does, you can count on it. You can count on it here at Bethea'S Byte Reloaded that you will hear a guilty verdict coming. Parents, protect your children. Love your children. Nourish your children. Teach your children so they can have a chance to live. Now, quick updates before I get out of here. I mean, I know this one is short. I didn't have anybody to join the panel, which is okay. I'm cool with that. I've done this before when I did the original Bethea'S Byte as a political platform. A lot of the graphics you're seeing right now is in the works on being updated. I have a brand new outro, so I have which is also a slight change as far as how you can reach me. But the message is still the same. You guys run Bethea'S Byte. I'm just hosting. You guys make Bethea'S Byte Reloaded what it is right now. And I am very, very appreciative of all of you. So as you watch this new outro, be sure to take down all the information you need to get in contact with me, because I would love to hear you. All right, so basically now that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Bethea'S Byte, this short edition of Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. I want to thank everybody that's in the live chat. I want to thank everybody that's going to watch this replay. I love you guys. I want you to take that love. I want you to spread it around. I want you to be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be good to others. So I can see you guys back here for another edition of Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. Again, like I said, this is your true crime and drama-free destination. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. Again, thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Let's do this again next time. Same time. Well, not necessarily the same time. Hopefully I'll go back to my 3 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. But until next time, you guys all know what to do. Bye. Hey guys, this is the Last Outlaw saying thank you to all who have watched and subscribed to Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, your true crime and drama-free destination. I couldn't do this without you. Did you enjoy this video? Are you looking to get more information about what you have seen and heard here? Are you looking to give feedback as to how I can present this better? Here's what you do. Like this video. The more eyes on it, the more this information gets spread to others, which makes it a step closer to justice served. Share this to your social media. Again, with more eyes on this, the closer we get to seeing justice served. Drop me a comment. Whether it's on the topic or the presentation, I will respond to your theories and ideas. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button to show your support for this little true crime engine, powered by you. Set your notifications to all for future videos. Be sure to follow Bethea'S Byte Reloaded all over social media. At Bethea'S Byte Reloaded True Crime on Facebook. At EKB316 on X, formerly known as Twitter. At Bethea'S Byte Reloaded on YouTube. At EKB316 on Instagram. At King of Hearts 316 2021 on TikTok. You can email me at kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. This is your home for news without the drama, your opinions, lively debates, your voice heard, and above all else, justice served. This is Bethea'S Byte, and it's reloaded.